How's it going? Dave from Comic Book Investments. So this is going to be my review of Batman's The Long Halloween. I have HBO Max. I get it for free through my AT&T service. I don't know who else gets it for free out there. But I watched it. I saw it, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll watch it. Some of the DC animated movies recently I haven't been like, not too interested in. But I normally love them. So I watched it, and it was good. It was really good. Like, it's a two-parter, and I think each one is like an hour and 20 minutes, hour and a half, something like that. So you're there for almost 3 hours. I broke it up into different days, but normally how I rate a movie is, because I usually watch them at night, is if I can stay awake, then it's good. It keeps me entertained. Like, I'm laying in bed at night and whatever, normally I'm like, all right. So if it can keep me awake, it's entertaining. So it's got that going for it. And then number two is, a lot of times I'll be watching movies and it'll be like slow parts or boring parts I don't really care about. And even though the movie's good, and I'm like, okay, I gotta wait to get to the parts that I care about. Sometimes I'll just be on my phone, checking things, looking at things, maybe answering comments or text messages or emails or something like that. So like halfway paying attention. So, I had my food, I was eating, I was watching this, and then I was like, oh, this is really good. To the point where not only did I not fall asleep, but I also wasn't on my phone and pretty much just watched the whole thing. I went to bed. The next morning, I woke up, and this is another good sign that I really liked it, was the next morning I woke up and I was like, I think it was the weekend. It was like a Saturday. And so I was like, oh, man, I really want to see part two. Like, I don't want to wait until nighttime to, be in bed and, maybe fall asleep. So I put on part two, like pretty much like, around like 11 o'clock or something like that, 12 o'clock, and started watching part two. It was good. It had like a lot of twists and turns. Batman really had to be a detective in this. The villains are great. I mean, it rehashes a lot of the same stuff that most people already know. And of course, you got to have, the Batman parents' death scene. It's like in every single thing. Harken back to that. I wonder if animators ever get tired of drawing the same things over and over. At this point, you'd think they've just like cut in previous drawn ones so they could save time and money. But yeah, it was really good. It's here's the picture of the DVDs. Like I said, it was on HBO Max, so I got it for free. I didn't really have to pay for it or anything like that. That's why I love HBO Max, because I get all this stuff for free. I'm not sure exactly when this came out, but I think it was recently. And it also has some DC showcases on there, which I'll look up on YouTube and watch. I watched the one on Death recently, and that one was really, really good. But yeah, I suggest if you have HBO Max, definitely check this out. If you don't have HBO Max, if you're the type of person that like rents movies or, on Amazon or whatever, people rent them or whatever like that, I would suggest that you look into this. It's not the best DC animated movie. My favorites are Flashpoint and Under the Red Hood, but it's definitely up there. It's definitely very engaging, entertaining. The cool thing was, it was very creepy. There's a lot of cool, like, creepy scenes, very dark. I think it's rated R, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure. I mean, they cuss in there a lot and a bunch of swear words and stuff. But I'm pretty sure it's rated R. There's a lot of cool, like, imagery and, like, the art style and the color palettes that they used. Like, very, very cool. I was pretty impressed. The animation, like, it's different from the other ones. The style, so it takes a little getting used to, because I'm so used to the other style that they had going on for the last 10 years. But it's not bad. The animation's pretty good. Like, it doesn't feel cheap. It's like sometimes I watch these animated movies and I'm like, ugh, it's just so cheap, and I can't stand it. It just really takes me out of the movie. But this, it never felt cheap, and they used some really cool artistic things with what they had, and a lot of cool, top notch, like not top notch, but like for a DC animated movie, I would say animation and like color palette and how they brought out like some creepiness and stuff like that is definitely one of the best of the DC animated films. So that is pretty cool. Yeah, I would definitely check it out. I definitely support these types of animated movies because they're very good, and I continue wanting to see them. And you can't really, you know, get more if you're not supporting them. So I mean, luckily I get HBO Max for free, which I technically pay for, I guess, through my AT&T service. So, but yeah, check it out. Let me know what you think if you haven't seen it already. If you are going to see it, let me know as well. All right, have a good day.